All right, welcome to Pilates. My name is Jenny, in case you didn't catch that. And we are gonna get started. All right, here we go. Good. All righty, let's just get started with some calf raises at the back of your mat. The feet are gonna face straight on, roll your shoulders back. Hands are by your side. Try not to stick your ribs out. So let's fix everything about our alignment first. This is a good starting point. All righty, so ribs are in, and everything is stacking right on top of those ankles all the way up to our shoulders. Slight tucking your chin, so your crown of your head is reaching to the sky. Roll the shoulders back, and then go ahead and take your heels up off the ground and back down. Good. Heels lift off and back down. Heels lift up and back down. One more time. Heels lift up and back down. So take note that you're not rocking forward and rocking back in order to use momentum to get yourself up. Actually use your core, use your calves. So let's try that again. Here we go. So lifting up, trying to go straight up and back down. Nice and slow. Straight up and back down. Again, straight up and down. Last time, take it straight up and down. Good, excellent. Alrighty, then we're just gonna take some simple knee lifts. Alrighty, so I'm just turning to face so you can face whatever direction you want. Roll your shoulders back. And same thing, so this time you're trying to not rock side to side, all right? So you're gonna lift your knee up and place it down, knee up and down. Again, trying to stay steady and down, up and down, up, down, up, down. If you rock a little side to side, that's fine, you're human, but try to keep it steady. Good, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Here we go for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Excellent. Perfect. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and take our feet nice and wide here. Go ahead and turn your heels and toes out a little bit. Roll your shoulders back. Hands find your hips to begin with. You're going to send your hips to one side. It's going to look like we're dancing all of a sudden. Hips to one side and then hips to the other. You might find some pops in there, maybe some tight space. Hips to one side and then the other. It's kind of working out. Still a little early in the morning, maybe for some of us not so much. Trying to get in, move some things around, even if you do this later in the day. Just kind of good to move some things around, especially if you've been sitting for a long time. So wake up the body, move some things around. Good. Alrighty. And then from here, we're going to bend our knees. So try to get your knees to traction out the same way as your toes. So if your knees are kind of falling in, you can bring your feet forward a little bit so that your knees track back and you can sit back if you need to. Otherwise, try and sit pretty straight down, what we call a plie squat. Yes. And then here's the fun part. You're going to stick your bum out and you're going to tuck your tailbone under. So sticking your bum out, tucking your tailbone under. So what this also helps us do, I'll just turn this side so you can see. What this also helps us do is it helps us find where we're at in space. So a lot of Pilates is finding good alignment. And so sometimes you got to know what bad alignment looks like, but also just working into those muscles. So this is helpful because if you tend to stick your bum out all the time, you're building those muscles when you come in. If you tend to tuck under all the time, you're also finding that space in those muscles to go back. Yeah. So it might have a lot to do, how you stand might have a lot to do with your culture, to be honest. It also might have a lot to do with your strength. So you might tuck under a lot because you have really good abs, or you might stick out a lot because you have really good back muscles, or that might just be kind of the result of your postures that you have better back muscles or better ab muscles. Just kind of discovering that for yourself, getting to know you a little bit better. Good. And then go ahead and straighten those legs, stand it back up, and then coming onto the length of your mat, we're going to find some lunges here. So if you need to hang on to something like a wall or the edge of a bench, I would suggest doing that if you need it. Please be nearby in case you might need it. You're gonna go ahead and find your lunge. So right here, maybe your legs are already shaking, that's fine. We're gonna do those same tucks. So stick your butt out as best you can, tuck your tailbone under. Good, stick it out, tuck it under. Good, just rotate through your spine. You can be like me, you can literally bring your hands onto your belly, your low back. You can still do this even if your hand's on the wall. Good, this should really start working your quad all of a sudden. Good, just warming up our spine here. Finding our habits where we're at in space, stretching through our quad. Good, a couple more. And whenever you're ready, stand it on up. Woo! That got real pretty fast. And whenever you're ready, just stepping the other leg back, nice and long. Setting up, so you're gonna stay in your lunge, right? We just discovered whenever you get down there. So if you need to use the wall, you can. No shame in that game. Trying to make sure that your knee doesn't surpass your toes, right? Alrighty, and then from here, you're gonna go ahead and find that tuck. So tucking under, and then dumping forward, tuck under, out. If you're like super wobbly, you're just gonna heel toe this foot a little bit wider, so it gives you a little bit better stance, right? We walk on tightrope to challenge our balance. We don't need to challenge our lunges by being on that same tightrope. Good. Just again, moving your pelvis. Maybe you're one of those people that helps you to have your hands on your hips to do this. Good. Taking a few more, and we're doing a lot here. Warming up our muscles, getting a nice stretch, figuring out where our posture actually is, all the good things. Good, take a couple more. And step it on up. Excellent. All right. Go ahead and make our way back to our mat, into the back of our mat. Good. Arms reach up, inhale. Then exhale, forward fold all the way down. Getting a nice stretch, maybe through the back of your legs after that. Excellent. And then from here, you can bend your knees as much as you need to for your hands to reach the ground. So if you found your fingertips on the ground with straight legs, then you don't have to bend them at all. But no shame in the game if you need to in order to get your fingertips down. And then you're just going to walk your hands over to one side. And then walk your hands over to the other side. And then walk them back to center, and then just let some good old gravity do the work as you walk yourself out, finding your plank. Good. Coming in for your plank, you're going to take just your right foot up off the ground. You can point your toe or flex it, up to you. You're going to lift it for 4 and back down. 3, try to keep your hips down. 2 and 1. Good. Setting that foot back down. If you need to take a break, you can, or you can hold your plank. Good. And then taking your left foot off the ground, point or flex that foot. Here we go, up for 4 and back down. 3 and back down. 2, back down, and 1. Set it down. Good. Go ahead and take your knees nice and wide, finding a little bit of a child's pose here. And then come back up. We have that same thing. So knowing that, you can be on your hands or you can be on your elbows, right? Cool. Whenever you're ready, finding your plank, holding, you got this. Alrighty, and then right foot up. Try not to let your hips go up whenever you do that. And then lifting for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it or take a break in the middle. Always the option. All right, coming in for the other side, take your foot back and lift for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bringing your knees down underneath you, finding your tabletop. We're going to move straight into a bird dog. So if you need to kind of get up and work your wrist out a little bit, you can. Otherwise, you're going to take that left leg back, that right arm forward. And this time, instead of coming across our body, we're going to come straight in. So exhale, inhale. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Good. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bringing it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Good. Extend and then release back down. Switching straight to the other side, taking your right leg back, left arm forward. You can always stay just here, or if you need to put this hand back down, you can, and just do your leg. Otherwise, here we go. Inhale. Exhale, bring it in for 5. And 4. Inhale. 3. You can go slower if you need to. 2. And 1. Good. Step it out. And then sit it back down, tucking those toes under. Go ahead and come on off your hands for a moment. Then you're going to take your hand on your fingertips and then pull it away from you, stretching out your hand. Good. And then go ahead and flip, going the other direction. Good. And next hand, fingertips towards the back. Good. And flip it. Excellent. Kind of shake out those wrists. Awesome. All right. And then from here, you're going to come on down to your elbows. And your knees are going to stay underneath your hips. We're going to lift one up. So going down to your elbows, claw through your hands. Again, get your hands nice and flat, going straight out from your shoulders. Or if you prefer, you can grab onto, like make a fist and then wrap your other hand around it. It's up to you, whatever makes you feel more sturdy. Also, whatever more control for your elbows. Don't overthink it. And whenever you're ready, you're going to take that right leg up and then pull it in towards your knee. Kick it up, bring it in, up, and in, up, and in. Good, keep going. And 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Leave it up there. Belly button in towards your spine. Here we go. Pulses. 20. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Good. Release that leg back down. And then simply take it to the other side. So sending it up and back, bringing it in, up and back, bring it in. Keep your belly button in towards your spine. Back, in, back, and in. Keep going. 5 more. 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Leave it up there. Here we go. Pulses for 20. Belly button in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring your knees down. Maybe get off your elbows for a second. Excellent. Good. So just also vicariously, we're working our shoulders a little bit here. So if you have some shoulder issues, it's okay that you're feeling this a little bit more intensely. That would be why. It's okay. Just kind of, make sure that you're doing what you need to for your body, taking care of you. Alrighty, this next one you can be on your hands or on your elbows. I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot on my elbows because I think often I do this one on my hands. All right. So coming down either on your elbows or on your hands, you're going to take that right foot back and then you're going to tap it around to the side and then tap it out to the side. Tap it around to the side and out. Around and out. So note, if you're like, my knee is what I don't like about this, you can make it way more intense by tapping across and tapping out and being in here from plank. See how that's a totally a thing? Got way more intense. Tap out and to the side. Tap, 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 and tap. Here we go for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Bring that knee back down. Sweet. We're going to go straight to the other side. So if you did it from plank, feel free to take a little bit of a breather break. Whenever you're ready, taking that other leg back, cross it over, tap it out to the side. Cross it over and tap. Cross over and tap. Cross over and tap. We got this. 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Go ahead and take it back in. Excellent. Go ahead and come on up and flip on over onto your bum. Alrighty. From here, you're going to roll those shoulders back and then let your arms stretch out. Excellent. We're just going to take some slight pulses. So you might want to keep your feet on the ground for this. If you normally are in boat up here, maybe keep your feet on the ground. And we're just going to take some light pulses back. 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 Anybody. Core stays in. Okay, keep it going. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Sit all the way up. We're going to add in some arms and take it a little bit further back. So instead of just our little pulses, we're going to sit all the way up, nice long straight back here. So go ahead and take your arms back out. And all that's going to happen is you're going to reach one up by your ear as you come back, trying to find a nice long V shape. It may not work out quite as well. And then back up. Good. Shooting for that V and back up. One arm and up. 1 and up. 1 and up. 1 and up. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Excellent. If you like, you can bring your soles of your feet together so it's nice and tall and fold over. And making sure we work in those stretches that are just as important as all the core and all the other strength that we do. Nice long lean muscles, we need to stretch to do that. Whenever you're ready, bring it back up, bring those knees back in. So your feet can be together and your knees can be together for this, or you can be hip width apart. Okay, didn't see that earlier, but just so you know. Alrighty, so arms reach out, pull your shoulders back, plug them in behind you. Little pulses, here we go. If this is too hard for you, you can always have your hands right here, right behind those knees. So if you need to take a break, you can, but if you're like, I really think I could keep going, I just can't, hands can be right here. Alrighty. And then sit all the way up, maybe grab onto those knees, straighten out your spine nice and tall. Alrighty, so option is that you can keep doing one arm, so taking it back and sitting up, taking it back and sitting up, or if you want, you can try both arms. It is pretty difficult, yeah, even a little difficult for me, but you know, you can figure out what you want to do. So just want to make sure that over time, we don't end up looking like this, okay? So roll your shoulders back, chest is nice and proud each time. Here we go. You can go with one arm or both, up to you. A little sore and a little tired, a little tight today, so I'm going to stick with one arm. But again, if you'd like, you can do both arms. It's going to be pretty challenging. If you're doing both arms, feel free to go a little slower, right? Try to keep your feet on the ground. Try to not let your knees splay out. Good. One more. Well, you're even. If you're doing one arm and you weren't even, by all means, do an extra one. Good. Stretch your legs out long this time. Good. Flex your feet. And then just place your hands right by you. So a nice staff pose here. Hands can if you're going to be technical. And then you're going to windshield wiper those feet side to side. Good. And then point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Inhale, reach. And exhale, fold. Good. Breathe in your forward fold. Awesome. All right. We're going to do, so it's, I think Pilates can call it whatever they want, but essentially, I don't want to freak you out by calling it a straight up sit up, but that is essentially what it is. It's disguised as some really nice, pretty things whenever we teach Pilates, but I'm not going to even sugarcoat it for you. It's a sit up. So if you're already like, I'm not going to do sit ups, you can go back to these. We just did them. So you're coming down about halfway. You're still finding some good range of motion for those abs, or you can do crunches, or you can go all the way. All right. No shame in the game. Whatever you need to do. If you can't get all the way back up, then you do a modification. Reaching overhead, trying not to use momentum as you sit up, reaching up. Good. Rolling down, reach overhead, and sit up. So we do these sometimes with our legs straight in Pilates. Most of the time, we're going to try them with bent knees today. Just so if you need the modification, it's right there. Good. So nice and tall each time. And remember, if you need to, you can use some momentum to get up. Okay, but you're trying not to, right? And then another thing, if you need to just a little extra support, you can always grab onto your legs to sit up nice and tall. And same thing to roll back. Okay. Do you have options? You don't have to go all the way to the top right off the bat. Okay, and also you don't have to quit if you get really tired. You can take one of those options instead. But again, make it doable for you. Pushing yourself, but also still enjoyable and doable. Maybe you're like, this was never enjoyable in the first place. I really hope that it is. I hope that over time you're like, this is fun. I'm like one of those people who refer to the gym as like the adult playground, you know? You just get to see all the crazy things our body can do. It's like kids in gymnastics, you know, they're like, look what I can do. You could be like 40 years later, like, look what I can still do, right? That's how I feel. Spans 40 years, but I'm on my way. And in no rush, in case you're wondering. But I hear 60s are lovely. So if you're there, enjoy them, because some of my favorite people are in their 60s. Down. Hopefully I just distracted you a heck of a lot from all of these lovely things called Pilates roll-ups. Just the crazy word for sit-ups with your legs straight. Okay, we're gonna sit up to 30 seconds. All right, go ahead and take one more. You got this. And then stay up. Sorry, you don't get to roll back down. We will get to roll back down here in a moment. All righty. Extend your legs out long. We're not doing roll downs, no worries. All right, but we are going to do some leg lifts. So we've done these before, and you guys got this. So in Pilates, we point our toes. Yes, they're not pointed, not flexed. You're pointing through the balls of your feet. This is your Pilates feet. Yes. If you need to switch to a different option, that's also fine. All right, so from here, you're going to reach over those legs, and then you're going to take one with you. Good, you're going to reach over those legs. Try to get that spine nice and long instead of rounding. Try to get your spine nice and long and take one lift. So you might have to hold on closer to right here. Yeah, whenever you take it with you, you might really just bring it up from right here. Some people can bring it up from their ankle. That may not be you, that might be you. Okay, wherever you're at, try to get that long spine. And then eventually try not to use your hands. That's where the foot situation becomes a little bit harder. I might just switch to pointed feet, but if you need an extra brain challenge, you can try that. Stretching through the balls of your feet. Yes, leaving your toes out of the equation. So we're getting a nice stretch here because we have a forward lean. And then also some good old abs. And then if you're familiar with teasers, which maybe you should be by now, you know, your arms can also be here, right? Or just one, like we were doing earlier. Your corresponding side, or if you need a little more balance, your opposite side. It does not look as pretty, I don't really care right now. What I want you to do is I want you to work on stretching over, finding a long spine, engaging your abs. Good. Stretching over, finding a long spine, engaging your abs. Whatever that looks like for you, I don't care. It's whatever it feels like. Use your abs. Use your hamstrings, right? Good. Let's do one more each side. Excellent. Awesome, awesome. All right, go ahead and bring the soles of your feet together and then make sure that you have enough room for you. You get to lay all the way back. Good, so soles of your feet are together. Go ahead and lift your heels up off the ground. Toes are still on the ground. We're going to do a cross body crunch here. So hands can be at your temples or behind your head if you're really good at not pulling on your neck. Alrighty, but I suggest to your temples for this one in case unless you just really need to cradle your neck. So you're going to take one leg up opposite side. So you won't meet, you might meet elbow to knee, which is good. You may not ever meet. Yes, so other leg lifts up and a cross body crunch here. And up and down. And up and down and up and down. So your heels are lifted. Point your toes for this one. And down and up and down. If you want to add a little extra, you're going to slice across and down. Slice across and down. Maybe you can even touch the ground. Or you can stick with your arms or your elbows to knee in any capacity that you got going on. Good, alrighty, and let that go. Ooh, bring your knees back together and then let those legs go long. All right, we have a nice little boat rock here. So if you decide that you don't like it, you can always come into crunches. Otherwise, you're gonna curl your chin to your chest, glue your hands in by your side, okay? And then you're gonna lift your legs up off the ground. So you're in this nice little shallow boat shape, okay? And then you're gonna rock up and down. So really glue your hands onto your thighs. Good, rocking for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release. Ooh, that creeps up fast. Remember, alternative, you can always just do straight crunches if you'd like. We're gonna give that one more go. And then there's this fun thing called, you can do it on your belly. Fun fact. All right, so from here, let's go ahead and go it again. Curl your chin to your chest, glue your hands by your side, lift your feet up off the ground, and rocking. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Good. Release. Woo. All right, bend your knees and go ahead and roll over onto just one side. We'll come back to those boat rocks, no worries. I hopefully won't forget about them. All right, and we're just gonna do some classic here. So go ahead and point your toes. Hand can be a little bit in front of you, but maybe not so lean. So maybe you actually have to use some of your core and your stability here, okay? So take your leg up and down, and up and down. Again, so notice where you're maybe rocking. If you need to, bring your hand behind your head so that you're not using it as much. This is another level. So you can use your hand as much as you need to, have much of a forward lean as you need to, or try to not use it. Okay. Good, 2 more. On the next one, catch it. Good. Nice straight leg stretch here. Awesome. Go ahead and bend that, leave it there. So knee is coming towards my shoulder and then extending. Bend, extend. Good. Bend, extend, bend, extend. You got this. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, extend it all the way up, flex your foot. So if you need to come a little bit away so you can get a nice straight leg, that's fine. Just take it back up. Good. And then think about setting these toes a little higher. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hello, leg. Woo! There it is. All right, let's go ahead and take some nice leg swings here. Forward and back. You can kickstand your bottom leg in if you like. Good. All right, you bring your knees in together, so bending both knees. Excellent. And then go ahead and take those feet up off the ground and open and close. Here we go. Open and close. Open and close. Open, close. Good. Keep going. Good. That's 10. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent for those hips. Good. Alrighty, let's go ahead. Oh, we're gonna do a little bit of a side plank here. Alrighty. So here we are, side plank. So you can come onto your elbow or you can come onto your hands, up to you. Press yourself up. You can leave your hand on the ground. You can leave this knee on the ground. Okay, or you can have them both lifted. Good. Feel free to stay here, or we got 10 hip dips. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh. Alrighty, reality check, right? Gonna give ourselves a little bit of a challenge. And other side. So whenever you're ready, just make your way to the other side. Again, prop yourself up. We have this classic up and down with the legs. So point your toes. We go up and down. Remember, you can leave your hand here for support or maybe challenge yourself today. See if you can keep everything steady. Good. Good. Good stability muscles working here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, catch the next one. Nice straight leg stretch. Stretch it out. Especially want to stretch it out for that next thing, right? Good. Alrighty, here we go. Leave your knee there if you can. Bend and straighten. You have 10 of these. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. Rice Krispies are fine. You just working it out. 6, 7, 8, 9. Leave the next one up there. 10. Flex your foot. Alrighty, here we go. Go ahead and take it a little bit further. 4, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Try to keep your legs straight. 19 and 20. Good. Woo, take it down. Alrighty, kickstand this bottom leg in if you like, or leave it straight, and leg swings. Here we go. Good, one more. Awesome. Bending both knees. Sweet. And then peel those toes up off the ground. Keep your feet together. Here we go, open and close. Good, 5 more. Maybe you try not to use your hand. Here we go. 5, 4, yeah, it changes the game a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent, guys. Whew, alrighty, side plank, we're already here. So hand or elbow. Good. Remember, you can always use your bottom knee, use your top hand. Okay, or maybe lift everything up off the ground and stack or not. Alrighty, and 10 dips if you like. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let it go. Excellent. And onto our bellies, we have arrived. Dun, dun, dun. All right. We're gonna work. This is gonna be so much fun. Well, right. Adult playground. Here we go. So we're gonna work our shoulders, our triceps, and our back all at the same time. And I'm pretty excited about it. So go ahead and bring your hands by your side, palms face down. Good. And then from there, press into the tops of your feet so your kneecaps lift up off the ground. And then lift your chest up, hands are still on the ground. Okay, step 1. And then from here, you're gonna lift your hands up. Good. And you're gonna try to hold up. So don't let your neck careen up. Once you figure out what you're doing, look kind of towards the edge of your mat. So you have a nice long neck here. And then pulse your fingers, your pinkies towards each other. You go for 20. 10. 3, 2, 1. Good. Release. Chill. Be present on your mat. We're going to do that again. We're going to add on. We're going to have 30 this time. We did 20 last time. All right, so we'll set it up right. Press into the tops of your feet so that your knees come off the ground. Press in your hands so you can lift your chest up nice and high. Roll the shoulder blades together. And then peel your hands up off the ground. And then pinkies towards each other. Here we go. 10 more. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And release back down. Excellent. So we're gonna have swimmers. Remember, you can always swim just your arms or just your legs, or you can swim both. We're gonna do that same. We're gonna start with 20, and then the next time we're gonna do 30. So lifting everything up off the ground or whatever you're gonna lift, and go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. Relax. Let your back relax. Take a deep breath or two. Please be breathing the whole time. If you want to stick with some good Pilates practices, go in for 3 and 3, out for 3. In through your nose for 3, out through your nose for 3. Yes? You can count it yourself. My count is probably a little. I'm not going to judge my counting. All right, here we go. Take your arms out long, legs out long, lifting everything up. 4, 30 here. 1, 2, 4, 5, get a little higher. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, lift a little higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release. Lovely. Alrighty, let's take just a little bit of a pull back before we go into our boats. Finding child's pose or the like. Alrighty, and then let's move into our boat position. All right, so lifting your chest up off the ground. You can have your hands glued to the floor like you had before. You can, this is a good modification. You can leave your hands on the ground in order to create some leverage, or you're gonna glue those hands by your hips again. Maybe grab around the back if you have fingernails so you don't jab into the ground. And then lift your legs up off the ground. You can glue your legs together and finding our little rock or seesawing action. Here we go, rock up and down. Might take you a little bit to get momentum. And let it go. Woo! That takes some back strength for sure. We'll do that one more time. And again, if you didn't quite like that, you can just do some lifts. So what that means is hands can be by your side or even in Superman out to the front as you lift and lower, lift and lower. Yes? So if that feels a little bit nicer on maybe your tummy, I don't know what situation you're in, feel free to do that as well, or an alternative. All right, otherwise, roll your shoulders back together, lift up, maybe even interlace your fingers behind you. Find that nice lift, lifting your legs. And here we go, finding our rocks, find your momentum. And let it go. Ooh, place your hands underneath you. Take your knees nice and wide. Find a child's pose. You definitely deserve it. Good, bring it back up. Excellent. And then here we are. We're gonna do a little bit of a hover, a knee hover. So let me show you what we're gonna do and then I'll show you an option, okay? And if you wanna be extra, you can just start going while I'm giving the other option, okay? All right, so we're gonna hover our knees here and then we're gonna tap back into plank and in, and then we're gonna tap back into plank and then in. We're gonna tap back into plank, in, tap back into plank and in. So if you need to, you can have your knees down and you're gonna tap your foot back and in, back and in, and you can even do a lift instead if you want a little extra action there, okay? So pick your poison. Whenever you're ready, coming on up, hover those knees. Try to keep your bum down. So we're going to tap and in, tap and in, tap and in, tap and in, tap and tap, tap and tap. For 4, try to keep your hips down. 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. Bringing those knees down. Go ahead and take your right arm up and weave it through, stretching out your shoulder. Good, and then bring that hand back underneath you. Whenever you're ready, other arm reaches up, inhale. And so weave it through, coming onto the side of your face, on the side of your head. Good, and then take it back up. You're simply gonna let your hips drop, so like this modified upward facing dog, just stretching out our abs one way. Good, and then bring it back, tuck your toes under, and send it back, down dog. Good, walk your feet in a little bit, and then come up about halfway, find your bearings, especially if you get lightheaded. This is a great option. And then whenever you're ready, fold again and roll up all the way. Excellent. Yay. All right. Go ahead and take your feet nice and wide. Just kind of work into those hips again. You can kind of go side to side a little bit, see what it feels like. All righty. And then find a stretch here. If you want, you can drop one shoulder. And then the other, just some feel good stretches here at the end. Good, and then bring it back up. Inhale. And exhale. You guys did great. Alrighty, if you want more, you can come back for bar in about 30 minutes. But yeah, so good to see you guys. And let me know if you have any questions. And otherwise, I hope you have a good day.